As today we are going to see the topic on Mesne Profits under CPC. So for those of you who are working or studying the law subjects or preparing for the examinations like judiciary services or any legal officer post in public sector units like Coal India, IOCL or in banks, this will be a topic that will be very helpful. And this is an often tested topic in Code of Civil Procedure Code. So without further delay, I will just move on to explaining the concept of Mesne Profits under Civil Procedure Code. So before let me start the topic, Mesne Profits or the Civil Procedure Code. Let me first explain what is a Civil Procedure Code is for the students who's just joining in. Civil Procedure Code is nothing but a procedural law. In laws, we have both the substantive laws and the procedural laws. Procedural laws are the procedures which the court used to test the substantive aspects. For instance, right to equality is it's a substantive law. But if you wanted to get right to equality, the way in which you approach the court and how you file the petitions, how on what basis you give all those petitions, writ petitions, or how the defendants reply, what are the time frame the court has to provide for defendants to reply, all this fall under the purview of the procedural laws. So today the topic is Mesne Profits. So let me straight away explain what is Mesne Profit. Let's see what is Mesne Profit under CPC, Civil Procedure Code. Section 212 of the Civil Procedure Code defines Mesne Profit. I'm sorry, I got some dust into my throat. So section 212 of the CPC talks about Mesne Profit, and it simply means anybody who is in wrongful possession of the property, who gains any profits out of it, they have to share it. They have to give it to the legal person who has the right over the property. So it simply means profits arising out of a wrongful possession of an immovable property. So it can be trespasser, or it could be any illegal occupant who claims who sits in the property which does not belong to them. So Mesne Profit is another fundamental principle where it says ubi just ibi remedium, which means that where there is a right, there is a remedy. And in case you are the lawful owner of a particular immovable property, and you do not have possession of the property, but some other person having the possession of the property and gaining or making profits out of it, then you could claim Mesne Profits out of it. So the first thing is rents, not rent, any profits that has been accrued by a person who is in a wrongful possession of a property during ordinary due diligence. That's very important. Sorry. Ordinary due diligence is very important. And one more thing, there's an exception to the Mesne Profits concept. I told you the Mesne Profits is nothing but any person who is in wrongful possession of an immovable property has to give the profits along with the interest to the person who is claiming it. The person who is claiming must be a lawful person. But there is one exception. The exception is that if the person has made improvements to the property, and if he is gaining any profits from such improvements, then there is no need for him to give away the profits. So I told you section 212 defines Mesne Profit, where order 20 rule 12 gives guidelines for passing the decree. So generally courts pass a decree of Mesne Profits when there is a suit for possession of immovable properties claimed, or when Mesne Profits itself is claimed. And there are various guidelines that has been given for Mesne Profits by the Supreme Courts, and which gives wide discretion in the hands of the court to determine the Mesne Profits. So the guidelines is given under Order 20, Rule 12. So if you are preparing for any judiciary examinations, so please note down this important point, that is Order 20, Rule 12 is where the guidelines for Mesne Profits is given, while Section 212 defines Mesne Profit under CPC. So some of the keywords in the section are those profits that is arising out of wrongful possession of property and during ordinary due diligence, and those profits should be should be given along with the interest, and any improvements made in the property need not be given. Next, the most important thing I told you is how to calculate Mesne Profits, and here where the discretion of courts comes in. The judges have wide discretion in calculating Mesne Profits. Various judgments will be given. I'm not going to talk in detail about these specific judgments, but the first thing is Mesne Profit should be calculated from the day of institution of suit to the day where the possession is handed over to the lawful person, the person who has right legal claim over the property. Next, during calculation of Mesne Profits, it is important. Various courts have given that calculating fair rent rather than calculating the production value of the land. So in case if someone claims Mesne Profit, then the fair rent should be calculated rather than calculating the production value of the land. This is another concept that has been provided under Mesne Profit. And cases where Mesne Profits are not given, mind you, like I said, cases where Mesne Profits are given, that is the beauty of law. The beauty of law is that is something for both of them. So the beauty of law is there is something for both the people, both who is claiming Mesne Profits and the person on the other side. He is also given a chance to defend himself, and in case if the property is a joint property and it is being jointly possessed, then it is in joint possession, then there is no need for giving Mesne Profits by the judges. And the final point is that anybody who claims Mesne Profit, the burden of the proof will lie on him. It is the claimant who has to show that he is entitled to Mesne Profits. So thank you. In case you liked my video, do subscribe to my channel and do comment on my comment box on what is something very important that you gained of this video, be it like Mesne Profits, and you can always give your suggestions. Constructive criticism is welcomed. Next, the most important point here is that do like my video and share it with friends to whom you think this will be helpful. Thank you.